Traders, welcome back to another price action trading lesson. We're looking at S&P 500 M&A futures, and we're going to be using price action. We can see that we have nice downtrend working lower that played out with the break push to a new extreme. As a price action trader, in order for me to explain what is happening in front of me, I'm going to locate key levels and identify important channels. So right now we have leg down, broad break of the structure, second leg down. You have a nice bullish bar far from the EMA that generated push working higher. Right now you would be looking for reversal pattern, okay, because the downtrend played out and significant push above EMA like this is telling you that we may have bullish reversal. In order for you to buy around the EMA, you would like to see failed second entry short, but it never happened. We have strong bullish trend working higher. So right now what I have to do as a trader is just simply follow the trend line rule, which means I expect new high for this uptrend working higher. So I'm going to reset the count at the highest point. First entry long, and I want to see second entry long at the EMA. Can I get it? No, and I already have a break and a new high. Okay, I have a break and new high. Now, this break is so tiny and so far from the EMA. This entire push looks so seamless. Then when I see this, I still think we're going to continue working higher. But let's see what's going to happen. Let's see what EMA does. Okay, just because I think something doesn't mean I'm going to act on this. I want to have structure confirmed. We're going sideways. Okay, we're barely about to pull back to the EMA, not even touching the EMA, and market continues to go higher. Okay, so we have market where buyers are still present. In fact, at this point, I have a new high, first entry long. We have significant push phase again. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to identify spike and a channel pattern because I need to explain why market keeps working higher even after breaking new high. Okay, so I have decent spike and channel pattern, aligns with the EMA. You can draw something a little bit tighter like this, but the break is so tiny. I like keeping this still in play because breaks should be visible. Okay, market is correcting, and I have small overshoot. We broke the trend channel line. Okay, this means market is overbought at this point. So this means to me that I can expect stronger correction in the opposite direction or sometimes even reversal. So let's see what's going to happen. If there's going to be second entry long at the EMA, I would have to skip because the overshoot can generate stronger push. So I have a break push to new low. Okay, this is good. I'm still expecting new high, so I'm looking for push above EMA and high low, preferably failed second entry short. And market continues to go lower and continues to go lower. So we're really going down way too much than we would like to see. And especially since we were in a range previously, overshoot can reverse the market. That can happen as well. Okay, so let's see what's gonna happen. I have a second entry short right here, but problem is even the wider downtrend played out with the break push to new low. So I cannot really sell because the downtrend played out with the break push to new low. Market continues to go lower. When I was watching this live, I was thinking about potential spike and channel pattern because market kept pushing lower, but it was quickly after invalidated because buyers stepped back in. So this was a little bit confusing area right here, which can happen after overshoot because overshoot can generate stronger selling pressure here. So the downtrend is never going to be the pattern, just there is residual bearish momentum. This means for us that right now what I have to do is I'm going to mark breaking new low. I'm going to draw brand new uptrend, and I'm going to right now think about long trades. Okay, downtrend play to break new low. We have push above EMA. So right now let's see what's going to happen. Okay, we have small overshoot, but it's not acting like overshoot, so I'm allowed to widen the channel. Okay, we have a nice uptrend working higher. Are you expecting new high for this channel? Well, yes, but I'm mainly focusing on this uptrend because we've pushed so far away from this spike and channel pattern that this trend looks strong on its own, and I like to focus on this structure. If you're not sure, just pay attention to the EMA. Okay, we have a pullback to the EMA, but I need to redraw my downtrend working lower. So I have a new high, first entry long, second entry long, of course, cannot take above horrible doji bar. Downtrend is still in play. I cannot go long just yet. You have a tiny break push to new low on one bar. Okay. So downtrend to break new low. You have new low, first entry short feather, and you have a high low confirmation trade. And this is actually a decent trade because you expect new high to be tested, downtrend played out, and you're back above EMA. But it's quite congested, as you can see, something like this. So for this reason, I have to mark it a little bit more aggressive. It was tempting trade. Your gut feeling is really telling you we're going to go higher now. But if you're not sure, if you want to play it safe, wait for the breakout pullback, okay? Because this is a consolidation. Most breakouts will fail at least temporarily. You want to see something like this. It would be a failed second entry short, breakout pullback, and you get a failed second entry short now. I was really getting ready to go long here, but look at the signal bar. Look how weak it is. Such a weak neutral bar. I skipped it. I'm not gonna even mark it aggressive. Really, either we need pullback closer to the exponential moving average or some stronger bar. This is just not there fully. It's a shame because context was clear. Breaking new high, breakout pullback, exactly as you expected. But the signal bar was so weak, and you're not full at the EMA. I don't think I can mark it. You know, very close to being a great trade, but unfortunately, the signal bar was weak. But the context was very strong, and this is quite common. Strong context will override bad signal bar. But if you want to play it safe, if you don't want to take unnecessary risk, just wait for a solid signal bar. Now you have a breaking new high. Now you have a new high, first entry long, second entry long failure. This failed second entry long didn't get a trigger. Okay, there is no trigger, so there is no entry. But even hypothetically, let's say there would be trigger. Can you take it? No. Okay, you want failed second entry long to have second entry long below EMA. Okay, this is still above. For a reversal pattern to happen and to indicate bearish reversal, you need second entry long to form on the other side of the EMA, below EMA. Therefore, you're going to get a failed second entry long bearish bar also below EMA. Okay, and we are talking about reversal because basically uptrend played with a break new high. Market is somewhat reversing, but still no good entry, no good opportunity. I'm going to draw mini secondary channel, something like this. So I'm thinking about second entry short now. Okay, can I get a second entry short? No, tiny break new low. First entry short again, so we don't have no way for us to get in. But market keeps working lower. Once again, break new low, push down, push down, push down. So many pushes lower. So this means I'm going to draw wider channel. It aligns with the EMA because after breaking new low, you can't even touch the EMA and you keep creating lower lows. This means that the market is still in a bearish trend. Okay, so I can expand. The trend is down. So what's going to my mind is a second entry short at the EMA. Okay, we're breaking the channel. We need new low. This looks visually like a second entry short, but it's not second entry short technically. New low, you can tell there's a first attempt, but there is no break below. So first entry short technically triggered here. For this reason, I didn't take it. On a smaller time frame, you would have second entry short, but here it's only first entry, weak bar as well. So I don't want to take it. Then you have very close to have double bottom. Okay. Bottom, you have technical second entry short, but notice it looks more like a first entry because this correction started here, created visual double bottom, so this looks more like a first entry. Also the signal bar is weak, so I don't think we can take it. I right now want to see something stronger, new second entry short, preferably at this key level. Okay, you have another bad signal bar. This one was tempting, but the signal bar is neutral. It's a doji. I have to skip. This would be great trade, uptrend break new high, visual to like a pullback, but it's a weak signal bar as well. So I cannot take it. This would have been double bar and, double trap, multiple test, which you want to sell at this resistance, multiple key entry points, but at the last second, the bar reversed all the way back up. So once again, I skipped that as well, which you can't really be mad about this. It ended up working perfectly. Then you have inside bar here, lower high, but it's an inside bar, just a bunch of weird sketchy signal bars. And low high bet as well. Unfortunately, no great trades here, no great signal bars. Market created push to a new extreme. We have a break new low, downtrend played out, and now it's too late. Market is about to close. This is the overall structure for today on the ES. We had a low amount of bars, so you can see not that many trades to choose from. You would be expecting second entry long on the way up, but there was no opportunity on the way up other than this nice long at the bottom. Then you have aggressive trade right here, felt second entry short that could have formed better. Some traders took felt second entry short right here, which it's okay. It's a little bit congested as well, but you can see you have break new low and couple pushes lower, so you need something stronger than this congestion. So this entire area is a little bit congested, so yeah, not that many great trades. These trades near the resistance would be perfect, brought to like a pullback, multiple tests, you need new low. Perfect price session, but simply signal bars were so weak, so no real way to enter. So yeah, quite boring day, not that many great trades. So if you didn't take any trades, you're not alone. Just not that many trades to take advantage of, unfortunately, at least on the ES. Other markets were a little bit better. But I'm gonna wrap it up. I hope you had a good trading day, and I'm gonna talk to you next time. Good luck your trading.